Oh, casually showing my sick Born of Osiris shirt while I sit down. Oh, what's this? My sick Born of Osiris signed record. Oh my god. Wow. Okay, alright. Okay, alright. I just don't get to show off my cool stuff that often. If you guys like gent, if you guys like metal, Born of Osiris is a sick band. I'm told that they're actually pretty mainstream now, so that's cool. Anyway, welcome back to the channel. My name is Karis. You're watching You Don't Scare Me. Today we're checking out some ghost videos, but I just don't have anything else to say. Let's just get into it then.
Só avisar pra você ver isso aqui. O clima aqui tá muito pesado, mano. Tô tenso aqui hoje. Isso? Isso, cara. Aí, ó. Não, peraí. Não, vem pra cá. Vai. Não, peraí. Nossa. Vai. Olha. Que isso, cara? Tá louco, velho? Nossa. Você é louco, irmão? Aqui, ó. Eu quero que cada um de vocês não faça essa obra. Cada um de vocês faça a oração da religião sua, fazendo baixo agora, tá? Vai. Mano, eu tô sentindo mal. Caramba. Tá ferrado. A gente já se retirou da casa.
Que isso? Tô nervoso.
Ó, olha só. Nossa, aqui, Joe.
Que isso, cara?
Desliga a câmera, desliga. Não dá.
It's nice to start off the episode with a pretty easy one. We're basically just hearing somebody having a tussle inside of this here abandoned house. We're led to believe that there's some kind of poltergeist or something that's throwing things around in there. However, we never actually see anything get thrown. The only evidence that it's a paranormal entity is the fact that they seemingly put up the, what do you call this, EMF detector against the wall and assume that that's good enough evidence for us. Yeah, I mean, it's an abandoned house, it's an old abandoned house, and there shouldn't really be an electromagnetic field anywhere near that, no electricity in the house. But you can actually just set off those EMF detectors with a magnet, and we can see his fingers pretty close to the top of it, which is probably what he's doing. He's got a magnet on his finger, and he just slides his finger up the device to have it go off. Not to mention, these things are like 20 bucks on Amazon. They're dirt cheap. But even our EMF detectors are 20 bucks, but they're a little bit more sophisticated. This is kind of shitty, to be honest. So the sound effects that we're hearing in the background they repeat pretty often and consistently, and they kind of sound like they're the exact same sound every single time. So I'm going to guess that they overlaid that on top of it. And even as they get further and further away from the building and sort of interacting around the building, that sound doesn't really change in volume, which it should. So I'm going to guess that these guys overlaid that audio on top of the video. Let's check out the next one.
This terrifying footage comes straight from a haunted house in Apodaca, Mexico.
Haunted house or haunted attraction? Because if it's a haunted attraction, it's already debunked by the fact that it's a business who specifically their product is paranormal interactions, which means that they're going to fake them to continue to get business.
So crazy, it was even featured on Netflix's Haunted Latino America.
Everything is a Netflix documentary at this point. Why in the world would we take that as extra credibility?
The house's grim past? A soldier's daughter was tragically snatched, leading to a chain of events so dark, it's hard to believe. After years away in the USA, the soldier returned home only to uncover his wife's betrayal. In a moment of rage, he ended her life and left her to rot in the closet. Fast forward to today. Paranormal investigator Ricky.
Oh no, Ricky. Ricky, no. No, Ricky, no. Please, Ricky, no. That's all his wife does in the entire videos. All the videos he ever put. Oh, no, Ricky, don't go, no, Ricky. Listen, this guy is the highest caliber of bullshit. He's the entire inspiration for me wanting to start this channel. Okay, Ricky is I want to say a Mexican guy, sorry, Spanish guy, I don't know, who goes around and he does paranormal investigations. But the problem is that his live streams are pre-recorded. They're videos, okay? He gets ghosts, you know, he puts up ghosts all over the place, and then he pretends like the people he's live streaming to are interacting with him, telling him, what, there's a ghost? And then he goes to check the ghost is gone. The reason is because he's basically produced this entire paranormal investigation. He's done all the editing on it, adding ghosts, adding sounds, you know, clipping things out, you know, doing all that you know, work on it. And then when he goes to do a live stream, he's not streaming through his camera, he's just streaming the video, okay? And then he sits in the live stream and points out ghosts to try to get people to interact with them. None of his paranormal investigations are live, period. None of them. Okay, they're pre-produced, they're pre-edited, and then they're live streamed as live video. This is what I wanted to do when I started the channel. I wanted to promote the channel by basically creating a whole bunch of like really, you can go look back at the very beginning of our channel. We were trying to make ghost videos at first, and then we were just like, forget it, let's just debunk them. But the idea was to produce a large quantity of very realistic ghost videos, and then to get them featured on channels like Nuke's Top 10 and, you know, Top 15 Ghost, Haunted, whatever, all those different ghost channels. And then for us to do a live stream ghost hunt where it drums up the suspense, drums up the fact that, oh my God, they're being haunted. They're actually showing real paranormal evidence. And then only for us to drop a green screen and be like, I bet you thought all that was real. It's not. And then basically go into saying, this is how we did this, and this is what our entire channel is actually. And then just do a flip, a role reversal, where we're like, welcome to You Don't Scare Me. We are a debunking channel, and we are going to tear apart every single video that you hold dear. Yeah. But we ended up just like going straight into the debunking, and we're building our following very slowly that way. You know, people gravitate to ghost videos, and 80% of Americans believe in ghosts, or 60% of Americans believe in ghosts. It's a very high number, so it would have been really easy for us to get to garner a huge following based on ghost hunts and ghost videos, only to rug pull them and say, actually, these are all fake. We've been faking it the entire time, and now we're going to go and debunk every single other video on the internet because we have so much experience with these particular, you know, things. But yeah, that didn't end up happening, and Ricky is the reason. That was my initial intention. So we're going to look at this one. We're going to watch this, and I'm going to tear it apart like I would if I was, you know, any debunker. But know that 99% of what he does is total bullshit.
Yeah, put your headphones on. Tell me your favorite song. I don't know the rest of the lyrics. I'm gonna watch this with you, and it's going to be funny because I'm so charming.
Am I keeping that in? I did hear a disembodied voice very, very faintly. It's a little bit of misdirection. We're looking inside the pantry here, or the cupboard, because we're led to believe the sound came from here, but there's no possibility for us to like triangulate exactly where it came from. There could be somebody like sitting on the floor behind him and just out of shot, making a disembodied voice. Or you could have added that in post. If you added that in post and then like sort of like blended the audio so that it sounded like it came from behind. No, it doesn't. I don't even know what that is. So that's a spirit box and an EMF detector. They would interact with each other. What happened? If we're led to believe the shadows are what he's talking about, or what he's like interacting with right now, he is standing in front of that light and creating the shadows himself. Very gently. What? Is the ghost in the room with us right now? Is the ghost on top? Is he gonna have a jacket thrown at him? He looked up to like check to see those handles are on 2 different planes. Don't like that. Show us the floor. Is somebody laying on the floor? He's like lifting the camera up so that we can't see the bottom of the doors, which makes me think that if those doors open, there's somebody laying on the floor. Okay. Well, clearly there's nobody laying on the floor. But also the doors I haven't opened yet, so... Why do you keep looking at the top of the door?
Voy a tirar esto.
I'm going to throw this.
Lo voy a tirar, ¿eh? Se está moviendo.
It's moving because you opened it. What are you even talking about? There, I think there was a cut there. There was like a little bit of a shift in the perspective there. There might have been a cut there.
Disembodied female voice breaks through, whispering something out of a nightmare, considering the dark history of that place. Check the wardrobe. Of course,
What does the wardrobe have to do with it?
up like the bed's made of lava, while this thermal scanner starts flashing for fun. And just when you think it can't get any creepier, the wardrobe starts shaking faster than your mum's favorite toys. Naturally, the skeptics in this live stream...
Gross. What the heck?
It's just you wobbling the camera, Ricky, they typed, probably from under their own blankets. But Ricky wasn't about to let them get the last word.
I'm sure.
To prove he wasn't pulling a fast one, he moved closer to the wardrobe. And that's when things went from spooky to straight up chaotic.
This ought to be good.
¿Para dónde quieres que me vaya?
Is there enough space for somebody to be behind that wardrobe? That wardrobe actually kind of, like, it could be pulled away from the wall a little bit. And there could be somebody either behind it.
Okay, vamos a hacer algo.
It doesn't look... There might be a little bit of space. You can kind of see right down the side of the wardrobe. There's a little bit of space there.
Okay, no la estoy moviendo. ¿Quieres que me vaya de tu casa?
There might be enough space behind that wardrobe for somebody to be there. This blanket on the top there is kind of dubious. It's almost like it's like blocking something.
Didn't think so. It's clearly the wardrobe shaking, not the camera. And if you thought there was...
Okay, let's talk about this for a little bit, all right? Let's just say, for instance, that let's just say that the wardrobe is shaking apparently on its own. There's a couple of things that, like, the scene is a little weird. There's that cloth that's above the pantry there, or above the closet there, hanging down on the side. There's enough space between that and whatever this object is to the left of it, or to the right of it, on that, for that matter, where somebody could be behind the bed in that, like, void back there with their arm over, shaking the table or shaking the cupboard, and then we're just not seeing that because that person is behind that cloth. It is a little weird that that cloth is up there and hanging in such a way. It almost makes it seem like, well, it's very intentional. You know, when you put laundry away, most of the time when you're folding sheets, or you fold your sheet up and you put it away, you tuck it away nicely. You don't have it hanging down like that. There's no reason to have it hanging down like that unless you're covering something up, you know? If there's not enough space behind the wardrobe, which it does kind of look like there is enough space back there. There could even be a door back there, and he's put all that stuff up there to block the fact that there's a door behind it, okay? And then whoever's on the other side of the door is pushing on it, you know? There's so many opportunities here to mess with this. there could be a window back there, and that could be the curtain. You know, if there's a window behind that armoire, and they've taken the curtain, he's put the curtain over top of it and draped it to the side, so it looks like, I guess, that there's nothing behind it. That's evidence enough. No, that's circumstance enough for us to say that there is somebody behind that armoire pushing on it to make it appear as though it's moving. I wouldn't say that any case in any realm of possibility that there's a ghost there. The only thing we're seeing is the armoire shaking, and then we're led to believe that there's something going on because his EMF/spirit box keeps going off. I'm going to need to see something a little bit more circumstantial before I start to think that anything other than the obvious is going on here.
Someone behind the wardrobe moving it. Check this out.
No, está en la gorra. Vamos a ver el este. ¿Y cómo le hago? A ver. ¿Cómo lo meto? ¿Así nomás o qué? ¿Así? ¿O cómo le hago?
Yeah, okay, fair enough. There's definitely not enough space back there for a person to hide. However, there's still an opportunity for somebody to hide on the right side. I kind of see where this curtain is sort of set up now. I'm not really sure why it's positioned the way it is, but it seems like they've got two cupboards set up next to each other, and then there's an extra curtain in the middle so that they can extend that closet space. There is still an opportunity for somebody to be behind that second cabinetry. I don't really understand what that is, but there does seem to be a gap at the top where somebody could easily reach their arm over and, like, jostle the shelf. There's also the possibility of there being a rope or something tied to the actual armoire there that that somebody's pulling out from behind the camera. The issue is that I see here is that we're affirming that there's nobody behind it because he's walking up and showing us that. However, he did walk away for a large or lengthy enough time where they could change the scene or make it different, like maybe remove the person who was there or reset the scene. There's enough time because he's downstairs, right? And then he comes back upstairs to do that. So an infinite amount of time can happen in between there where they could just change it, I get that we can see that the armoire hasn't moved because the things up against the wall don't appear to have moved. However, if he's got a friend with him who's helping him pull off these little, ghost interactions, it would be easy for him to go, okay, I'm leaving the room, leaves the room, walks away, and his friend goes in and resets the scene so that he can then come back upstairs and into this room and show you, matter of fact, I haven't added anything to this, because clearly there's no rope or anything like that. But where's the rest of the video? Where's the missing minute before midnight? You know what I mean?
No one to be seen, and absolutely no space for anyone to hide behind the wardrobe for that matter. We get a crystal clear view of the wall, the surrounding areas inside the wardrobe, and even behind it. Yet it moved all on its own.
But it's not moving now, is it?
How? Was it a spirit from the house's tragic past, still restless after all these years? Or is there something even darker lurking within those walls? One thing's for sure. Ricky's live stream didn't just entertain, it downright terrified his audience. What do you think caused this eerie spectacle? A clever hoax or actual proof of the paranormal? Let us know your thoughts.
Was that all of the paranormal evidence that he actually collected at that time? Because there's not a lot to go on. We're led to believe that there's a ghost there because you had a shaky cupboard? I'm sure there's more in that, and this is the top compilation from this channel. The top scariest videos of 2025. It's like over an hour long, and I'm just watching it in segments. But like, this is the scariest thing that happened during that investigation. a shaky cupboard? Listen, okay, I've said it before, Ricky's live streams are not done live. There is an infinite amount of time and opportunity in there for him to cut things in, cut things out. You might even have like, oh, like my camera cut out, and like literally, when you're watching live streams and it says camera feed not available, that's a ample opportunity for him to cut and then move into a second scene. The interactions that he has with his fans in the Discord, there are so many. I've been in his live streams before to prove that fact. There are so many comments flying by that you have to like slow down the chat to see the comments coming through. Everyone's hitting Fs, doing emojis and emoticons, stuff like that in there. And the fact of the matter is that it would be extraordinarily difficult for anybody watching that live stream to see the ghost. And most of the time when people see the ghost, it's because it's been put in and it's so obvious that he's expecting you to see it and to comment on it. That way he can then go back and re-interact with that exact same scene. It's so profoundly easy to do that I might even do it one day just to prove it. Like a live stream, that is. Hell, I don't know. We don't really have enough followers right now to even live stream on Twitch and have it have any amount of viewers to like have that prevalent. But just go back and look at maybe his YouTube live streams and then see where the evidence pops up and see how quickly how busy the chat is at that time. In any case, strangely enough, that's going to do it for today. It is already over 20 minutes, which is crazy considering I only watched like 2 videos, but that's the way the news goes. We're keeping these videos short so that people are more interested in watching them, and maybe they'll watch another one because they still have time. If you guys are new here, welcome to the channel. My name is CCTV. I'm the host on Fridays and soon Mondays and Fridays. That's my plan. My second host is my twin brother, Nicholas. Nick, sorry. We both sit here and debunk ghost videos. Sometimes we do our own ghost hunts. We have an entire playlist. I'll try to link it up here right about now. If you guys are interested in watching us actually going out into the field and doing our own paranormal investigations. Some of our viewers will suggest content for us. They'll also suggest projects for us. Like, for instance, one of our viewers suggested that we go, he said, if you don't believe in ghosts, go to a cemetery with a Ouija board and don't say goodbye. So we have a video of us going to the cemetery and doing our own paranormal investigation there in a cemetery with a Ouija board, and we're pretty sure we used it right. And then instead of saying goodbye, we flicked the planchette off the board and just went, yeah, fuck you ghosts, we're out. So yeah, that's about it. If you guys are interested in that kind of stuff, hit the subscribe button, maybe drop us a like. We have channel memberships now if you guys are interested in those. One of them gets you access to the Discord where you can chat with a bunch of like-minded individuals. We have 5 channel members right now, and thank you very much for supporting the channel. It's giving us the boost, the courage to continue to grow and continue to move through this channel, move through these videos, and we're having a blast doing it. Stick around for October. October is gonna be fantastic. We're doing Nick already does a video every single day, but I'm taking half of those spots. I'll be putting out 15 videos. He'll be putting out 15 videos, and then at the end of the month, another paranormal investigation will be coming out. Whether that be me by myself or Nick and I going out and doing another investigation, it's going to happen because we're getting to the spooky season, and what's better than ghost hunts in the spooky season, and pumpkin spice and chili and stew. I love stew. Stew's great. It's stew season. Yeah, cool. Anyway, click one of these. What's over here? Click one of these videos over here. The top one is something that YouTube thinks you like. The bottom one is the most recent upload. And then if you click the face down here, you can subscribe to our channel. All right, okay. See you later. Okay, I love you. Bye.